Hello friends, in last lecture we have studied about prokaryotic cells and its ultrastructure. In this lecture we are going to study of eukaryotic cell and its ultrastructure. This is a diagram of eukaryotic cell. Firstly, we will see the characteristic of eukaryotic cells. Characteristic of eukaryotic cell. The eukaryotic cell is a complex cell. Eukaryotic cell is a complex cells because various type of component present in eukaryotic cells. Various type of cells organelles present in eukaryotic cell. That's why eukaryotic cell is a complex cells. Nucleus is a well developed. Nucleus is a well developed. We have seen prokaryotic cell nucleus is present but nucleus is not well developed. That's why nuclear membrane and nuclear membrane bound organelle is absent in prokaryotic cell, but nucleus is a well developed. This is nucleus and nucleus is a well developed. Therefore nuclear membrane and nuclear membrane bound organelle present in eukaryotic cells. Nuclear membrane, nucleus is a well organized, nucleus is a well developed. Therefore nuclear membrane, this is a nuclear membrane, this is a nuclear membrane, and nuclear membrane bound organelles means cells organelles. Various type of cell organelles such as a endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, mitochondria, chloroplast. This is a cell organelles means nuclear membrane bound organelles. Due to the nucleus is a well developed, therefore nuclear membrane and nuclear membrane bound organelle is present in eukaryotic cell. Next characteristic of eukaryotic cell is a genetic material presented in the form of double helix DNA with histone proteins. Genetic material, genetic information present in the form of double helix DNA with histone proteins. Genetic material present in nucleus. Genetic material present in nucleus, especially in chromosomes. Especially in chromosomes in the form of double helix DNA. Which form? In the form of double helix DNA with histone proteins. Then next characteristic of eukaryotic cell is a plasmids. Plasmids are absent in eukaryotic cell. Plasmids are absent in eukaryotic cell. Then ribosomes are larger and ATS type of ribosomes present in eukaryotic cell. Ribosomes are larger and ATS type of ribosomes, and ribosomes present in endoplasmic reticulum, especially in rough endoplasmic reticulum. That's why therefore this endoplasmic reticulum is also known as rough endoplasmic reticulum because ribosomes present in endoplasmic reticulum. That's why rough endoplasmic reticulum. Then next characteristic is respiratory enzymes present in mitochondria during to the that respiratory enzymes used in during to the respiration. Respiratory enzymes present in mitochondria, and that enzymes used during to the respiration. Example of eukaryotic cell. Example of eukaryotic cells: algae, fungi, plants, and some protist organism. It is an example of eukaryotic cells. Friends, you can see here the diagram of eukaryotic cell. Various cells organelle present in eukaryotic cell, such as a Golgi complex, chloroplast, contractile vacuoles, big contractile vacuoles, then mitochondria, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Main cell organelles of eukaryotic cell is a nucleus. Nucleus is a well developed in eukaryotic cells, and this is nucleus. And nucleus is a present in central position of the cells. Then nucleus present in central position of the nucleus, and nucleus a different type of chromatin material present in nucleus. This is known as a chromosomes. Okay, we are going to study of component of the eukaryotic cells. The eukaryotic cells is consist of various type of component such as a cell wall, then plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and in cytoplasm various type of cells organelle present in cytoplasm. Various type of cell organelles means Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, chloroplast, ribosomes, nucleus. These are cell organelles present in cytoplasm. So we are going to study of component of the eukaryotic cell. First one is a cell wall. The first component of the eukaryotic cell is a cell wall. The cell wall is a outermost layer. Cell wall is a outermost layer present in all type of eukaryotic cells. The composition of the cell wall is a various depend upon the organism. The example of eukaryotic cell is a algae, fungi, plants, some protista. The chemical composition of cell wall is depend upon the species to species, depend upon the organism to organism. Okay, the composition of cell wall. First is a plant cell. Plant cell wall. Plant cell wall. The plant cell wall chemically composed of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectins, lipids, proteins. The plant cell wall chemically composed of the cellulose, hemicellulose, pectins, lipids, protein, and also contain silica, cutin, suberin, wax, and lignins. The various type of chemical composition present in plant cell wall. Next, algal cell wall. Algae. Algal cell wall is chemically composed of cellulose, galactans, then mannans, calcium and calcium carbonate. The algal cell wall chemically composed of cellulose, galactans, mannans, and calcium carbonate. Protist cell wall, it is chemically composed of the cellulosic stiff plates. Cellulose means cellulosic, it is a form of a carbohydrates, and protist cell wall is chemically composed of the cellulosic stiff plates. Next point, the plant cell wall shows three layers. The plant cells and cell wall of the plant cells it show three layers. First one is a middle lamella, second one is a primary wall, and third one is a secondary wall. Firstly, we will see middle lamella. It is a thin and lies between two adjacent cells. It is a thin. Thin means pattar. It is a thin and lies between two adjacent cells. It is present between two adjacent cells. Then it is first structure formed from cell plate during to the cell division, especially in cytokinesis. It is a first structure formed from cell plate during to the cytokinesis. Cytokinesis means division of cytoplasm. Cytokinesis means division of cytoplasm. Then the middle lamella is chemically composed of pectins, calcium and magnesium pectate. The middle lamella chemically composed of pectins, calcium and magnesium pectate. The fruit softening and ripening due to the solubilization of pectins. The solubilization of pectin, due to the solubilization of pectin, fruits become a softening. Fruits become a softening and ripening due to the solubilization of pectins. Second layer of a plant cell wall is a primary wall. Primary wall. It is a thin layer. It is a thin layer and capable of growth. Primary wall, it is a thin layer and capable of a growth. Then it is found in the young plant cells. The primary wall, it is found in the young plant cells. Young plant cells. It is seen in meristematic tissue, mesophyll and pitch, etc. The primary wall, it is found in the especially meristematic tissue, mesophyll and pitch. Next layer of a plant cell wall is a secondary wall. Third layer of plant cell wall is a secondary wall. Plant cell wall shows two three layer. First one is a middle lamella. We have studied about this. Second one is a primary wall. Second is a primary wall. And third layer of plant cell wall is a secondary wall. Third layer of plant cell wall is a secondary wall. It is present in primary wall. Secondary wall, it is present in primary walls. It is present in primary wall. It is present in primary wall. It is a thick and located into the inner side of the primary wall. It is located in. It is located in. It is a thick. It is a thick and located into the inner side of primary wall. Inner side of primary walls. Secondary wall, it is present in primary walls. It is a thick and located into the inner side of primary wall. The function of the cell wall. Now we are going to study of function of cell wall. Function of cell wall. Function of cell wall. First one is a cell support and rigidity to the cell. Cell wall support and rigidity to cell. Cell wall support and rigidity to cell. Second function of the cell wall is a cell wall gives shape to the cell. Cell wall gives definite shape to the cell. And next function, it is protect to the cell from the mechanical injury and infection. Cell wall, it is protect to the mechanical injury and infection to cell. Cell wall protect from mechanical injury and infection to the cell. And last function of cell wall is a cell wall helps in transport of material. Cell wall helps in transport of various type of material. Various type of material. Students, in this lecture we have studied about eukaryotic cell and its ultrastructure. Thank you.